I want to talk about my top 10 IDFA highlights for 2019. First, we have the father and son team that are both IDFA pros. See, I'm not sure if this is the first time ever. Comment below if you know of another time where there's been a father and son or a mother and daughter where they are both IDFA pros at the same time. Okay, this is a great story. Scott McDonald's an IDFA pro and he has a son, Kyle McDonald. They both decided they were going to compete at IDFA 141 Calgary back in November of 2019. Scott does the pro division and wins that in pro bodybuilding. Kyle does the novice bodybuilding division and wins that as well. So we get a picture of both of them on stage, which is awesome. You can see that probably right here. It's coming up somewhere. And then 8 days after that, Kyle went to the IDFA 142 BC show, competing in the open bodybuilding class, going for a pro card. Kyle takes the open class division and wins his IDFA pro card. So now we have in the family 2 IDFA pros. We have Scott McDonald and we have Kyle McDonald. And then to make this even better, they both get on stage and do double biceps, and Kyle brings out his 2 sons who also did double biceps on the stage. So now we have 3 generations on stage with 2 of them being pro bodybuilders already. The question is, will one of these sons, Kyle's sons, or both of his sons eventually be natural pro bodybuilders? And even better yet, in the IDFA. Now that would be an amazing story to look back on in time. So we're always going to have this footage on YouTube and we can always follow up on it and see if it ever did happen. Number 2, the launch of the official IDFA women's logo. See, that's something I was really excited to launch in 2019. The women competitors of the IDFA have always been asking, why we always have just a guy flexing on there to represent the IDFA? Because we all know there's probably more than 50% of the athletes are women in the IDFA, and that was a very good point. I've actually thought of it before. I've always thought we're trying to make 2 logos. So we came out with the IDFA women's logo and we got great response, and I'm really proud to bring it to the women's athletes of the IDFA. Sorry. My number 3 highlight in the IDFA for 2019 is we had the biggest IDFA transformation division in one of our shows ever. We had 14 Transformation Challenge participants, that's 14, compete at the IDFA 143 Universe in Mississauga on December 7th. The class was so big that we divided into 2 separate classes. Sorry, the division was so big we divided into 2 separate classes. We had the under 40 Transformation Challenge and the over 40 Transformation Challenge. Number 4 is the IDFA Fit Family Award. This was our very first time ever awarding the IDFA Fit Family Award at one of our shows. The very first recipient of this award was to a family who had 3 generations competing at the same show on the same day. We have Jose, who's 48 years old. Jose's mother, Lise, which is 65 years old. Jose's sister, Kathy, 46 years old. And then we have Kathy's daughter, which is Jose's niece, Florence, which is 18 years old. So that's 3 generations on stage, all 4 of these athletes. Well, how it all started was this. Jose has experience competing in shows, and her niece Florence came to her one day and just asked her about losing some weight and getting into shape, and knew Jose was the person to go to. So Jose gave her a little bit of help with the nutrition and working out and all that kind of thing. Next thing you know, Florence gets interested in possibly competing. And she asked Jose one day, what do you think if I tried one of these shows, if I could do it or not? And Jose says, sure, why not? So they start making a plan on how possibly they're going to compete at the same show together. And then I guess Florence asked Jose, what do you think about if I ask my mom and I guess her grandma, right? So Lise. She said, yeah, well let's just ask them. At first, Jose's mom, which is Lise, she's 65 years of age. She said, no, I'm way too old for this type of thing. I don't think I can do it. So eventually she thought about it a little bit longer. Jose just told her it's gonna be a lot of work, but you're gonna change your body and feel better about yourself and all these things, but it's gonna be a challenge. She agrees eventually. And then also her sister Kathy agrees. So now we got all four of them committed to this journey. So they all four get ready together. They use the same coach. I believe the name was Julie Royer. I'm probably saying it wrong, this French. So Julie Royer. She got them all ready. They all posed together and everything. So they all went on this journey together and they all made to the stage together. It's one of those moments that they're gonna cherish forever. They're gonna have pictures to remember this forever. So congratulations to all of them for competing on stage, and it is a historical moment for the IDFA. It's the first time ever, and I don't know if it's ever gonna happen again, where there's 3 generations on stage. Not only 3 generations that competed in the IDFA, 3 generations on stage on the very same day competing. Number 5, we had some amazing comebacks to the stage in 2019. One of these comebacks was Jonathan Marois out of Quebec. The last time he competed was 2016, which was 3.5 years ago. He placed second in the open bodybuilding class, and he returned to stage this year at IDFA 139 Montreal, where he competed in open bodybuilding, of course, He came in looking amazing. He came to win, that's for sure. He took first in open bodybuilding and became an IDFA Pro Bodybuilder. So after that 3.5 year layoff, he definitely made some improvements, and he came back to the stage better than ever, and he won his IDFA Pro card. So way to go, Jonathan. Another amazing comeback story is Pat Toilette. He came back from a 4-year layoff. Last time he competed was 2015 at the IDFA Universe. He returned back in 2019 at the IDFA Universe. Back in 2015, he placed 4th in open bodybuilding. He's been training hard in his home gym. How do you word it? Not home gym, his garage gym with his son. They put in a lot of hours of training, hard work. Came back in 2019, so last year at the IDFA 143 Universe. And he won the open bodybuilding class and became an IDFA Pro Bodybuilder. So that's a great story right there. From 4th place 4 years ago to 1st place 2019. Another interesting fact about Pat was his first time ever competing with the IDFA was back in 2009 at the IDFA Universe. He comes back in 2019 and wins the IDFA Universe show. That's a 10-year span. So it was his 10-year anniversary as an IDFA competitor where he took his IDFA Pro card. My number 6 highlight for 2019 is the repeating Pro Universe champions. First we have Kanisha Stinchcombe. Hopefully, Kanisha, I'm saying that right. I know you go by Kenny, but for this video, we're gonna call it Kanisha Stinchcombe, or Kenny to those who know her. She is the 3-time defending Pro Universe champion in the figure division. She looked amazing. She always shows up looking phenomenal, ripped to the bone. This girl has got an awesome physique, and you'll see. Our next defending champion or repeating champion is Matthew McDonald. Matthew was last year's IDFA Pro Universe bodybuilding champion. He came back this year again to defend his title, and he won, so he is now the 2-time IDFA Pro Universe champion in bodybuilding. One thing I wish I had, but I don't have, maybe someone else has it. If they do have it, comment below or send me an email. I wish I had the video of his posing routine. I'm telling you, his posing routine was very classic bodybuilding style routine. It was awesome. I was fired up watching it. It almost made me want to jump back on stage. If anyone has footage, or Matthew, if you have footage of that video, footage of your posing routine from the IDFA 143 universe where you won the pro show, send it to me. The people want to see it. Okay, the number 7 highlight. The number 7 highlight was that IDFA 139 Montreal was our biggest show of the year. We had nearly 100 competitors on stage. It was a packed house. It was an awesome show. I will say for the past few years, Montreal has had our biggest shows every year. The number 8 highlight in the IDFA for 2019, in my opinion, is the launch of the IDFA Natural Athletes Clothing Store. The links are all over the idfa.ca website. You can find a link below in our description. So feel free to check it out. We have a lot of stuff on there. We have hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, all different colors. So yeah, we're really proud to bring that to you guys. This way you can get anything you want. Everyone always asks me, oh, where do you get that hoodie? You can get it on the IDFA Natural Athletes Clothing Store. So check it out. There's links everywhere, easy to find. Make sure you use the promo code IDFA10 for 10% off everything you buy at the store. And we ship worldwide. So if you're watching this from anywhere, you can order something there. The number 9 highlight for the year is all the amazing trainers who took top trainer awards at our shows across Canada. The top trainers at the shows in 2019 are IDFA 133 Montreal. Top trainer was Matthew Bolgeron, Team MB Shred. He's a huge supporter of all the shows. You'll see him at all the You'll see him everywhere on Instagram, Facebook. He really promotes his business well. He brings solid competitors to the stage. That's Team MB Shred. Check him out. The next top trainer is Philippe Massicote of PM Fitness. He won the top trainer award at IDFA 136 Montreal. He brought a couple of great, amazing competitors, and they did very well. So he's been a huge supporter of the shows for many years. Always brings solid competitors to the stage. That's PM Fitness, Philippe Massicote. The top trainer award at IDFA 138 Internationals, which was in Mississauga, went to Alexa Georges of Alexercise Fitness. Again, she's also, all these trainers have always been great supporters of the shows. So I'm going to be saying for every one of them. But Alexa has been there from day one supporting the IDFA, and it's great to see her at the shows. So Alexa, we hope to see you with your team at future shows. The top trainer award at IDFA 139 Montreal went to S&K Supplements. They brought a huge team. S&K Supplements has always been supporting the IDFA. They're strong advocates for natural bodybuilding. We look forward to seeing you in 2020, S&K Supplements. Make sure to check them out, guys. The top trainer award at IDFA 141 in Calgary went to Lori Dixon of Aspire to Be Fit. Her gym's out of Cranbrook, British Columbia. Make sure you check her out. That's Lori Dixon of Aspire to Be Fit. The top trainer award at IDFA 143 Universe in Mississauga was Steve Oldfield of Steve's Fitness Circus. Steve he's probably the longest standing supporter of the IDFA out of all the trainers ever. Steve has been supporting the IDFA since 2005 at our very first show. Yes, the very first show. He was there he brought his first athlete to the shows. So that's been 15 years of support with the IDFA. He's won the top trainer award numerous times. I'm not sure how many exactly. Maybe Steve can comment below, or one of his athletes can let us know below how many times he has taken the top trainer award. Yeah, so check him out, Steve's Fitness Circus. You can find him on Instagram and Facebook. Number 10, IDFA athletes who defied the odds. The first athlete we have is Diana Faranisi. Deanna won her IDFA Pro card in April of 2018. And all the while she won this pro card, we didn't know, watching the show, but she was in horrible pain in her hips. Every time she walked, she said the pain was insane. Apparently she needed a hip replacement surgery. So in October of that same year, she had hip replacement surgery. And immediately after the surgery, she started prepping for the July show. But she came across some other issues. It wasn't her hips, but it was, she had to have double femoral hernia repair surgery on August 20th, 2019. She trained hard following the recovery. She wanted a goal. She wanted a serious goal to help her recover quick. She decided she's going to compete for her pro debut on the pro stage at IDFA 143 Universe. That's only 3 months after having the surgery. And she made it to the stage. She competed at the IDFA 143 Universe in the Pro Fitness Model division. She did amazing. She placed second in the Pro Fitness Model division. Way to go. Our next pro who defied all the odds is Rob DeLuca. Rob stepped on to the IDFA Pro stage on October 5th at the IDFA Montreal Amateur and Pro Show. This man's an amazing fighter, a true champion, a natural bodybuilding walking encyclopedia if you ever talk to him. And he's a legend in the natural bodybuilding world for sure. I don't want to go too in depth from his story because I don't know all the details exactly. So if I start talking about it, I may misrepresent the story. It's a big story. I don't want to get anything wrong with the story. So soon we'll talk to Rob and we'll get the full story on this YouTube channel. Like I said, these are my top 10 highlights in the IDFA for 2019. But I know there are many, 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 many more highlights. I probably missed a whole bunch. Comment below on some highlights I should focus on. Again, thanks a lot for checking it out. I'm Shaun Campbell. IDFA 2020 is the year of the natural athlete. I'll see you at the next video.